Hey Internet, Austin Smith here with a review of another fountain pen. This one is a Montblanc from Thailand. This one's a great thing. It came in an illustrious plastic sleeve that I have since lost. Anyway, as you can see, it's a red Montblanc ripoff. Wonderful. You got the clip. Let's see if I can get this to focus. There we go. It says Montblanc there. Wonderful. I believe that. We've got the terrible facsimile of the Montblanc logo there. There we are. Wonderful. It's almost like it's faded around the edges, like the Montblanc star is actually painted on, and it's like this one is two pieces of plastic and the black has sort of bled into the white there. Anyway, we've got a chrome clip, red cap, chrome band that doesn't say anything. I don't know why it would. It's not authentic anything. A black band, another chrome band. Finish out the barrel with some red, and then we have another chrome band and an end cap. This is just wonderful. Like I say, it came from Thailand. My brother brought it for me because he knows I like fountain pens, and he was in Thailand. On the nib, let's see if we can get this to focus for you. Come on. It says Iridium Point, Germany, as I would expect, no less. There we are. Glare is terrible. It says Iridium Point, Germany, has some tiny bit of scroll work, like most Chinese fountain pens in the world today, actually. The converter is standard international, but it's one of those slide type converters, so this bit here slides up and down. Holds quite a bit of ink in there, as you can see, hopefully. It doesn't fill all the way up, I've found, which is kind of annoying, but, you know, what are you going to do when it's such an inexpensive pen? That's pretty much all there is to it. I mean, obviously it's not a real Montblanc. It feels like it's made almost of metal, like some of these bits are actually metal. It's possible. It's a bit heavier than I would have expected. Still a pretty light pen. Satisfying sound, but it feels a lot more substantial than it is. It feels like it's a well-made pen, and a lot of the Chinese pens are sort of made out of metal and are pretty decent pens if all you're looking for is something that writes. And speaking of that, I'll show you a writing sample. Alright, let's see about this. See if the focus cooperates. We have we have a Montblanc, and the ink is Namiki black, which is a fairly well-behaved ink, but not in this pen. Forgive my handwriting. I'm writing around a tripod. As you can see, the nib writes alright. It's actually really dry, even with this fairly well-behaved Namiki color. Got some line variation if you really want to push it, but not much. Reverse actually isn't much different. It's a little bit drier, but there's startup problems anyway. It's a slightly thinner line, but there's not much real difference there. So that's, you know, pretty fine, honestly, if you were talking to me. Although it's having some trouble starting up there. This nib is adjustable. You can pull it out and put it back in, like most Iridium Point Germany nibs on a pen that's probably made in China. This is probably just taken from a Chinese factory. It just happened to be bought in Thailand. So yeah, that's that. There isn't much to say about this guy. He's just a funny thing that you can pick up in Thailand. I just like how blatant it is. It's crazy. I mean, it says Montblanc right there. There we go. And it's got the logo, and Montblanc would never do anything that blatant. I don't think they would write their name. I don't think they even put their name on the clips. I believe it's on the band, if anywhere at all, but I believe that's usually enough. Of course, this is obviously fake. It's a decent writing pen. It's pretty dry, but that's par for the course for Chinese or Asian knockoff pens, or Asian pens in general, actually. They tend to be drier and finer. It's not bad. Has some startup issues, has some skipping issues, even with good inks like the Namiki Black. But it gets the job done. It's a fine pen. If you ever happen to run across one, I don't know why you would, unless you're into collecting fake Montblancs or hanging around at markets in Asian countries that are less scrupulous. The markets, not the countries. Then you might find one of these and it might work perfectly well for you. It works for me. Alrighty. Bye.